Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Monday here with your twin flame reading for Monday. So, what do we have? We have some challenging stuff. Seven of Swords has come up again, but this time I was very much inclined to clarify the message because it came up in the 3D space with the Three of Cups. And then two kind of lighter cards. So I just wanted to make sure I was getting the message straight. We have, not a lot of mirroring. We don't have a lot of fives, but there are some challenges in the 3D space with the feminine. And, it's a little bit more of what we've been seeing. So while the collective is on track, there are still things to work through. Here's what I'm getting. Bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine, Five of Cups. He's bottom of the deck energy is the underlying energy for his entire space. And he is very much in the Five of Cups energy, which is about regrets, regret about past mistakes. It's about being disappointed. It's about loss. And so what I'm really getting is that he's still processing what he did. And it's very much still in his headspace. And he's not sure if he is going to be able to do this. And a lot of this is his own self-inflicted barrier. Okay, he's creating this barrier for himself, which is not allowing the relationship to progress. Now, for the Divine Feminine, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is, again, a very slow energy, right? For her, this is, again, going a little bit too slow. And so she's starting to stress her out in the 3D space because it's just not moving. And it's not moving because he is very much stuck in his head about what he has done. And he's got a barrier. He's created a barrier on how to move forward with his feminine, okay? So here's what we have in the Divine Masculine's headspace. As you all know, I read from card 1 to card 4, and that's what tells me the story. So in his headspace, when I asked, when he thinks of his Divine Feminine, what is he thinking? Nine of Pentacles. He feels she's very independent. Okay, he's feeling her as, this Queen of Wands, although in her space, she identifies herself as the Queen of Cups in her headspace because she's trying to get emotionally balanced, but she is the Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands shows up. So this Nine of Pentacles, he sees her as very independent. He also is seeing her as, maybe someone that doesn't need him. And so this is part of his ego. This is part of his ego. This is part of his sadness. This is part of his loss. This is part of do I have it within me to rebuild with her? Okay. So he's seeing her as very independent. And then we have Judgment right after. So not only does he view her as an independent person, he knows that he wants a renewal, a rebirth, a second chance. But then the Ten of Swords comes up. And for me, this is like, he's just not sure if he's going to be able to make this work. He's just not sure if he's going to be able to end this cycle with her. Or maybe this is the end of the cycle with her because he doesn't have it in him. Okay, and the last card is the Page of Cups, which is this offer. Pages are offers. And so he wants to offer her a message of love, a cup of love. But he's just with this Ten of Swords energy, and the Ten of Swords comes out twice. It comes up in his 3D message about why he may be not as communicative as he was in the beginning when they first started talking and started to, bridge this gap between them. It's because he's seeing her as independent. He does want a second chance. He wants a renewal, a rebirth, but he may feel like maybe this is over. I mean, let's just be honest. He feels like maybe it's over. Maybe it's not. He's not up for the challenge to make this happen. But he does have this love for her that he wants to share with her, but he's just not at this time. Okay. Now in the Divine Feminine's headspace, we have the Six of Cups. She's nostalgic. She's being nostalgic about the past. She's also coming up as the Queen of Cups, which is she's trying to have compassion for him. She's trying to be understanding. You know, she has a Page of Cups as well, mirrors him in his headspace. She wants this offer of love, right? She wants this message of love for him. And she wants the effort to be reciprocated with the Six of Pentacles, because I'm getting the sense with this Knight of Pentacles energy, it's just taking too long. She doesn't feel like there's any reciprocity, at least in the offering space or in the thinking space or the communicating space. I mean, he sees her as independent, so maybe he's taken a step back. He does want a second chance with her, but I don't know that he feels in his headspace that he has it in him to get that second chance and offer her this new love, okay? She's trying to be compassionate. She's being nostalgic. She's also waiting for this offer and message of love, but she wants it. She wants it reciprocated. She just doesn't want it one way, all right? In the heart space, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Lovers. And so what I'm getting in his heart space, he's taken a pause at this time. He's felt like, you know, we're talking again. I've planted some new seeds, but I'm just going to wait in my heart space. And he's feeling insecure with the Nine of Swords in his heart space. He's feeling very, very insecure about his place in the relationship, if he's going to be able to make it work. But he has a desire with the Six of Wands to be victorious, to win her back. This is a card of victory, to win her back, okay? And have this relationship, this divine connection. And so in her heart space, we have the Four of Swords. In her heart space, she is retreated. She is retreated, right? Because remember, she's being nostalgic. She's trying to balance herself. She's waiting for this offer and this message of love, but it's taking too long. So she's retreated. She's vibing off of his energy, right? He's got the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords. She's retreated from him with the Four of Swords because of communication. Eight of Wands. You know, this is about getting communication. In her heart space, this retreat followed by communication is because she doesn't feel like she's getting enough communication. So she wants the wheel to turn into something better so she can continue to get her justice, so that she can continue to have the scales balanced, okay? In the 3D space, remember I said we had the Seven of Swords here. Here's how it came out. The Fool, the Seven of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So the Fool and the Six of Swords are light cards, but that's not how they came up. It came up with, in the 3D, he wants this new beginning with his feminine. He wants a new beginning. He wants to take a risk. Despite the Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords energy, he wants to take a risk with her. He wants to take this leap of faith and have a new beginning. But he's withholding information. He's being strategic. He's being, you know, not as open and honest, okay, about what? About wanting this union. But this is the Three of Cups. So I thought that, oh my gosh, maybe there's this new beginning. He wants it, but he's keeping some, you know, third-party situation hidden, okay? And then, but he wants to move forward into something smoother. So I was inclined to clarify the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups, because I wanted to see if this is a third-party situation. So again, remember, we have the Fool. He wants a new beginning in the 3D. He is withholding information. He's not sharing that he wants to reunite with her, but he wants to move into something smoother. From this reunion, from coming back together, he wants to have a smoother relationship. So again, like I said, I wanted to make sure this wasn't a third-party situation. So I clarified, and I got the Star card, and I got the Ace of Wands. So for me, this is no, it's not a third-party situation. He is keeping his hope to himself about this reunion that he wants with her, this new energized beginning, this not more of the same. He wants something new. He wants a new type of relationship with her. He's not telling her that he wants this reunion. He's not telling her that he wants this new beginning. He's not telling her that he has this hope. So that is the clarification for the Seven of Swords. So in her 3D space, she's feeling that Seven of Swords energy, but because there's been third-party situations in the past, she is thinking it's a third-party situation, and it's giving her a lot of angst. So in her space, she's got the Moon. And because she's retreated, because there's not enough communication, okay? Because in this Seven of Swords, him withholding that he wants her back, this has created mystery. This has created secrets in her mind, which has now sent her reeling into conflict with this Five of Swords, okay? And so she's like, are you a trickster with this magician, or are you trying to manifest something different and new with me with this magician's energy? And that's followed by the Emperor. So the whole story here is we have secrets and mystery, and I don't like operating in the dark, masculine. And so now that's sent me into conflict, and I've experienced this with you before. And so are you trying to manifest something new, or are you trying to trick me? And so this is the Emperor, is the masculine's card. That's the divine masculine in the 3D space. And so she's kind of like, I don't want more of the same. I don't want more of the same. So I'm just trying to figure it out. So in the meantime, in my heart space, I'm going to retreat. So now in the 3D message, the first card is mute. I only got one message, mute. He is not communicating with her. If he is, it's not enough. Okay, remember, it's coming up in her heart space. That's why she retreated. He is not speaking. And it's also coming up here in his 3D space that he's withholding this desire for this new beginning with her. So he's mute. He's telling her in the 3D space he's mute. And the three cards that came up to clarify mute, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is in his headspace. He's just like, I just don't know if I can do this, if I can make it work with you, okay? I have this unconditional love. I have this is the Strength card. I have this unconditional love. I'm trying to get the strength to, end this cycle with you, to get out of this insecurity of starting something new. I'm trying to gain the strength. I'm trying to tame my ego because, again, Nine of Cups, you are my wish. She is his wish, but he's just not communicating it at this time. And so now that sent her spiraling. And so her message is solitude, which really very much goes with this Four of Swords. She's retreated. So she's now retreated. She's feeling a little bit alone, okay? And the first card that came out was the Hermit card. This is the card of Virgo. This is the card of self-discovery. This is the Hermit. And so what it's done is, that's a card of being alone. So here she's saying, I'm in solitude now because you're not really communicating with me. So I'm still on my journey. I'm feeling very alone because I feel like you're tricking me now. This is the Seven of Swords. I feel like you've tricked me. You've come back into my life and now you're not communicating well with me. You're not being completely open. And so I just feel like you're back to the same old, okay? And then the last card is the Star, which clarified his Seven of Swords, which remember, now we have the Seven of Swords for him in her clarifier for solitude, and we had the Star clarify his Seven of Swords in the 3D. So it makes me feel good that there's not a third party situation given how the Seven of Swords has been mirrored here. But it's also showing me that this is triggering her, this non-communication is triggering her to think that there's something more than meets the eye. So remember, his Seven of Swords and Three of Cups is clarified by the Star. He's keeping to himself that he has hope, that he wants this new beginning, this reunion with her. That's what he is withholding. And she is like, I'm alone. I'm on my journey still and I feel like I'm alone because you're going back to the old behavior. And then this further clarification of the Star card is that, she's hoping that it's not the case. I'm hoping it's not the same old, okay? I like that happened because I was getting a little stressed out, all right? Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups, okay? That's the clarifier for these 3D messages. So he's just trying to be sensitive. He doesn't want to make the same mistakes again. He wants to come as a king, not this Knight of Cups and sweep her off her feet. He wants to come to her as the King of Cups. Okay, that's the bottom of the deck. And then the bottom of the deck for the Oracle for mute and solitude is divine timing. And it's, again, the divine timing is that these conversations will continue to happen. They will continue to evolve, all in divine timing, okay? So now, what is happening in the current connective energy and in the future? We have the Page of Pentacles. So this is an offer. An offer in the material world, okay? So this is very much the underlying energy that an offer will be made, okay? So here's what we have. The first card that flew out, the Fool. The Fool showed up in his 3D space. So in this current connective energy, there will be a new beginning with the Queen of Wands, right? Which remember I said, because that's how he's like stressed out. He sees her as this independent person. So this new beginning with this feminine energy, this is the divine feminine, and they want to work hard at it this time. They want to dedicate, they want to commit to it, they want to move forward with the Chariot's energy. But this has been a journey. The Nine of Wands, in this current connective energy, they're both getting a little tired. It's wearing on them, but they're going to continue to move it forward, okay? In the future, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about people being wiser, using their intuition to know that they must rebuild. The Seven of Swords comes out a lot for this collective couple, okay? And so that is what broke them in the first place. And they know in the future, if they're going to be more intuitive, much more wise, they know they need to rebuild. They know that they need to work together. Three of Pentacles to rebuild. They know that they have to let go with the Hangman's energy of certain beliefs and things that happened in the past. The Seven of Swords keeps coming up. And so this is something that needs to be let go. His withholding doesn't always mean that he is cheating or has a third-party situation. Sometimes people just aren't ready to speak. And so that is what needs to be let go so that what they can have this Two of Cups, okay? This reunion. That is the future energy for the connection. You know, as I was going through the bottoms of the deck for these last three cards, I saw some very interesting things. So I want to share that with you before I end this reading. So when I said what was the bottom of the deck for the oracle for the 3D messages, remember I said it was divine timing. Right under that, communication. So that is exactly the problem with this collective right now, is they're not really communicating well, and it is creating triggers in this situation again, okay? Bottom of the deck, remember, for the clarifier of those oracles, we had the King of Cups. Underneath, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups came out in his 3D space. Remember that I clarified because I was like, uh-oh, with the Seven of Swords, is it a third-party energy? But we have the Three of Cups under the King of Cups. So, and that's who he is, right? And so very much there is this desire for the King of Cups. He wants reunion, okay? Then the last message, the last bottom of the deck, remember, for our current connective energies and our future energies, we have the Page of Pentacles, remember? This is an offer. This is an offer in the material world. That is the underlying energy. And underneath that, we have the Six of Cups, which is in her headspace, about nostalgia, about reunions, about coming together. So I just thought that was interesting to share with you guys. Curious what the what's here. So under the masculine, it's this regret, right? So yeah, Seven of Wands. He's feeling a little defensive. He's feeling a little challenged. He wants to do the right thing. And for her, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Remember, it's going too slow. And it's followed by the Strength card. And that is exactly what she is really kind of tapping into. She's tapping into her strength. And the Strength card also shows up in his 3D message. That he's trying to gain the strength to come forward and communicate, okay? I don't typically do that, but as I was going through that and showing you guys, I was like, wow, those second cards really go with the whole theme. So all I gotta say is hang in there for now. With this specific collective, I see there's a lot of old past wounds and hurts and triggers because they're not communicating properly, but it doesn't mean that people are up to the same old stuff, okay? I clarified that specifically with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. The Star came out, and then when here we got the Seven of Swords, the Star came out. So it's very much that he is withholding his hope for reunion and a new beginning from her. And in her 3D, she is very much hoping that he's not up to the same trickery, okay? And it's very much stems from the masculine not sure if he has it in him, or if he will even allow, or she will even allow him to come back in that capacity because of what they have experienced in the past before. He may feel like he's totally blown it, and how do you rebuild from that? And that is why he's in the Five of Cups, which is this reflecting on past behaviors, reflecting on the past of what he did. And so that is what this whole underlying energy is here for him. All right, I hope that made sense for you guys. Let me know, comment in my on this video, let me know. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, please go to my website at queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.